It would start raining as soon as I record. Thanks, Florida. Greetings, Earthlings. It is I, the Kaz Motors, and welcome to today's adventure. I think it's very fitting to call this an adventure. I'm a sucker for punishment, and I'm also a sucker for a really good story. I feel like I've hit both of those check marks with what I'm about to get into. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I've added another vehicle to the fleet of very questionable vehicles. I hear you already. Come on, Kaz, why are you doing this? Every video you complain about not having enough money to fix any of your vehicles. You're only young and dumb once, and I'm running out of young. Looking at the visions I've had in my head, all the silly voices in my head, and visioning, you know, this brand thing that's been going on in my head for almost a decade at this point. This vision I've had, and what we're about to get into in this video, seeing the opportunity I'm doing right now, sometimes you gotta take chances, even after sitting down, looking at everything you have, and making a plan to, you know, get out of your situation. Sometimes things come along that are just a little too good to pass up, and this is one of those moments, especially with, again, what I just mentioned with the visions of having my own brand and, you know, putting myself out there. So anyway, enough chit chat. Let's get into what's behind me. You've already seen the thumbnail, you've already seen the title, but we haven't got there yet. I know you guys already know, but just let me have my moment, okay? Let me talk to the camera. So in my already questionable fleet of vehicles, what's another one? You know, just keep adding to it. What could I possibly have gotten myself into now? Well, look at that thing, dude. 0.5 for this one because it's kind of big, but yeah, say hello to a 1991 Chevrolet Step Van 30, or better known as its like chassis code P30. Yeah, so I don't know what to say. Just look at it. I'm aware that this is a little ridiculous. This is kind of pushing it, but again, think of the bigger picture here. Like, it's not pretty. The vehicle was pulled into this spot, keys still in the ignition, and has not been touched since. I mean, well, the keys are in my pocket now, but you get the point I'm trying to make. It ran when it was parked and has not been touched in 10 years. So, okay, we have this van here. Ran when parked and has been sitting. Sometimes vehicles just get parked and they just don't get touched. So, just playing devil's advocate here, just assuming there's no underlying issues with it and it was just parked the way it was. I mean, obviously things are going to be bad now because you can't let a vehicle sit for a year, let alone 10 years at this point. I'm under the impression that I can get it running and moving pretty easily because it was pulled into that spot and it's just sitting. So you just got to deal with the quirks of it sitting. Well, in typical Florida fashion, it is raining quite literally on my parade. So I'm going to get out of the rain and we're going to discuss this a little bit more. All right, this is as light as the rain's going to get. So let's just continue on trucking. All right, here's the star of the show with the heart of the star. We have a 350 small block. So it's going to be a cakewalk, you know. 350 small block, just ran when parked here for 10 years. Probably doesn't need anything. So already see a few spots where wiring's kind of, you know, questionable, but you know, that's to be expected when the vehicle sits for so long. Already put a new battery in it. Looking over all the fluids, the reservoir looks empty. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it's not pretty, but well, it's cooling anyway. Coolant's a conspiracy by Big Cooling. Brake fluid. Ooh. Hey man, I didn't say this thing's perfect, okay? But, you know, I like a good challenge. Let's check trans fluid real quick. Does it have any of that? Survey says... How long of a dipstick do you need? It does have trans fluid, and it's red. That is good enough for me. It is not bone dry, so we're sending it. Let's look at engine oil. All right, engine oil says Oh yeah, it's got plenty of engine oil. All right, so the initial concerns, fluid-wise, are just gonna be brake fluid and coolant. I already addressed the battery because I already knew that thing needed a battery. Washer fluid looks fine. There's a few wires here and there that are a little nibbled on. But hey man, everyone's gotta have a home, okay? Everyone's gotta eat, everyone's gotta have a home. I'm not too stressed about that. So, I guess let's deal with the fluids real quick. All right, let's try to wipe some of this crust out, just we're not sending that through the system here. Oh yeah, feels like I'm wiping up something, I don't know. Ooh yeah, it's gonna need a little bit of love. You know, we all deserve a little love. I mean, it's not pretty, but come on man, it's an old gem, it'll be fine. I mean, obviously in a perfect world, you know, you'd not do this, but like I said, man, it's an old GM. It can take it. It can handle it. The brake fluid is pretty acidic in nature, I guess you could say. So this will be enough to break whatever's in there's loose. And then, worst case scenario, you know, I need a new brake pump. I'll just get a new brake pump, okay? I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it. And of course the rain's picking back up again. It's actually kind of wild to me that nothing's actually connected to the reservoir tank. It's all just done through the cap. I think that's pretty interesting. I'm used to, you know, European, 10-year-old European stuff, not 30-year-old American muscle here. So if we get the coolant reservoir off, I'm gonna do you a favor and not show you the inside because it's kind of disgusting. All right, it's not the cleanest, but I mean, I got the majority of the crap out and I got that hose out, so I think it's about time to put it back in and keep on trucking here. Or is it, oh yeah, I gotta go another way, there we go. I mean, it's an old GM, it'll be fine. I got some fresh fluid here. Oh, actually, what's that smell like? Hold on. It smells like it was like scented, like those scented markers, but like over time, if they got too old, they would smell just like absolutely rancid. That's what it smells like. It smells like cottage cheese, but like specifically that marker smell, like one of the scented markers. Yeah, let's just put some fluid in it. It'll be fine. I mean, worst case scenario, some parts are gonna need to be replaced, okay? Like that's probably gonna need to be replaced. Cooling system, you know, probably gonna need to be flushed out, probably needs a thermostat. But look man, this is the game you play when you roll the dice on something like this. We all need a little love, okay? Can't fault it for its faults. We all need some love, so let's keep on trucking. Oh yeah, classic GM green. Since this is a 91, I felt it appropriate to go with old GM coolant and not Dex Cool. Me when I I mean, if it overheats, I mean, there's only one way to find out. So let's just keep on keeping on. Let's get some fluid in here. If that even holds fluid. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that, it's like Shrek's swamp green. Are you kidding me? Look at that, beautiful. I don't know if that's the right level, but well, I can see the coolant in it, so that's a good start. We got coolant in the radiatoire, and we got it in the reservoir. We got trans fluid, we got oil, we got brake fluid, we have a battery. So I think it's about time we take this into the cabin and try to start it. I see the Florida gods are not gonna be too kind with me here, so I believe I'm done in the engine bay, so let's take this into the vehicle. Let's close this hood real quick. Come on, man, look at this thing. You can't tell me this thing isn't badass, okay? I can't believe I almost forgot the most important part. However, I'm gonna add a little bit of secret sauce there. Don't worry about what this is. All right, enough dilly-dallying. Let's crack open this tomb here. All right, okay. Ignore those wrenches. This is definitely 100% my first time being in here, totally. You know, my gloves and all, so. All right, the engine lies underneath this. Also, here's our wonderful instrumentation here. So yeah, let's crack open this dog box. Ooh, look at that pimple. God. Ah, da, 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 da. Hooray! 350 small block. All right, here's the heart of this whole operation. One 350 small block. It is a throttle body injection. It's not true fuel injection, but we do have injectors to deal with. So I already took the nut off right there. So let's crack open the tomb. So pretty standard fare. I'm not a complete stranger to these because I have worked on an Eldorado or two. All right, let's get all this off. All right. Oh, we got the air cleaner off, and then we have this ring here that we can take off just to get ourselves even more space. Maybe. It's caught on this wire right here. All right, so here we have our throttle body injection. So we have the inlet line right there for the fuel and the outlet line. So first things first, we can crack open the inlet and turn the vehicle on and see if we have fuel pressure, see if the fuel system's priming and sending fuel to the injectors. The injectors are more than likely clogged, but you can sit there and tap them and see if you get fuel coming out. So let's do that. Oh, all right, awesome. So our fuel system works up to the injectors, so that is great. So let's put this line back on. We'll address the injectors real quick and see if this puppy fires up. All right, so we got brake fluid, we got coolant, we got oil, we got fuel. I believe everything's in place to try and crank this thing over, because I mean, we got life. So let's just give it a little bit of go juice and see what happens. Let's give everything a few little good luck taps. Cheat code ceremony here. All right, let's see what happens here. It's just no, yeah, when it's up, dude. Oh, okay. Okay, that's, I mean, that's a lot better than I was expecting, so. All right, so let us, I just want to put the air filter back on just so if there is a flame, it doesn't, you know, shoot up at my face, but let's put it back together a little bit and let's see what happens. Let's see if this thing will even idle. Let's... Come on. Come on. Come on. It idled a little bit. Okay, after some technical error, the battery died, so we had to let that charge a little bit, but look, I mean, it's running. I'm not holding its hand, it's running. Now, the brakes are a different situation. My brakes are very questionable, so I'm not too, I mean, I don't know. Whatever. So, it's idling right now. I put the dog box back on, because I'm honestly a little scared that thing might blow up. So just for my own safety, I put the dog box back on. I'm in neutral right now, so I'm just gonna put it in drive. Okay, it went into gear. I think the brakes are stuck on. I mean, it's also stuck in a hole, so I don't think it really, yeah. Well, let's just give it some gas, see what happens. Oh, dude, come on. Yeah, come on. Dude, this thing wants to fish. You fucking up, dude. Dude, this thing's rocking. Hold on, let me do it in reverse, actually. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on. Dude, there's Sheila. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. This thing wants to live, dude. It wants to go, dude. Yes, come on! What? So we're just gonna take it back a little bit. Remember, I don't really have any brakes, so I don't want to go too fast. So I don't want to celebrate too early, but as you can see, it is no longer in its hole. It is operational under its own power. Let's check the temperature real quick. It's been running for a minute. According to the gauge, it's not even at 210 yet. According to the gauge, the battery should be charging. Gas gauge is broken, or, you know, faulty. And it says we have oil pressure, maybe, hopefully. But I mean, it's idling. It's idling. So, yeah. So obviously, you know, aside from the fact that I'm the greatest, you know, going into this, obviously, I was just told, you know, up front, it wasn't parked because of an issue. It was parked because the owner had health issues. I had faith that it was gonna run and move and drive and do all these things. It just had to be waking up, and that's what I did. There's two things keeping me from actually trying to like drive it out on the road right now. One, if we come over to there, it'd be a little hard to tell, but this inner tire is completely off the bead. Yeah, you can see it right there. All the other tires look fine. It's just that one got low and is off the bead, so I need to address that. And the fact that it kind of has no brakes. So need to figure out the brakes, need to figure out that tire, and then with those two things out of the way, I think it's time to test drive it. Thank you for tuning in, guys. This was literally just heat of the moment. Like, it just kind of happened. Like, there was no real planning for this. It was just like the opportunity arose and I took it. And like I said at the beginning of the video, sometimes you gotta take chances. So project car number 3. Oh yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for dealing with my shenanigans here. And as always, Earthlings, watch out for birds.